John Cena versus Brock Lesnar. The fight of the summer, as they called it. It was definitely not the fight of the summer, guys. It was more like Brock Lesnar destroys John Cena, Brock Lesnar slaughters John Cena at SummerSlam. This was definitely not the fight of the summer. But I'm just going to get right into it, guys, because I got a lot of shit to cover, and I don't have a lot of time to do it, because I can only record for 15 minutes on my iPod Touch, which sucks, but just got to go quickly here. So, for my WWE SummerSlam 2014 review, to start off the show, we had Dolph Ziggler versus The Miz for the Intercontinental Championship, and I missed this match because I just got late to SummerSlam this year. I just missed the match, which really pissed me off. I missed the match, but I saw on Twitter that Dolph Ziggler became the new WWE Intercontinental Champion, and I was really happy to hear that. I was actually kind of surprised that Dolph Ziggler won. I thought that The Miz would retain, but I was wrong. So congratulations to Dolph Ziggler for winning this match, and I wish I could have saw it, but whatever, I guess. But either way, I was really pissed off that I missed this match. Then we had Paige versus AJ for the Divas Championship. Paige escapes AJ's Black Widow and gives AJ a DDT face first into the mat and becomes the new Divas Champion, or becomes the new Diva Champion. It was an okay match. I thought that AJ would retain. I honestly thought that AJ would retain, but she didn't. And so I thought it was pretty cool that Paige became the first Diva to escape the Black Widow, beat AJ, and become the new Divas Champion, a two-time Divas Champion, and win on her birthday. So, happy birthday to Paige, and congratulations on becoming the new Divas Champion. Hopefully this title reign will be more memorable than the last one. And then we had a flag match between Rusev versus Jack Swagger. Rusev won. It was a pretty good match. There was lots of submissions attempted, but when Rusev applied the accolade for a second time, Jack Swagger passed out, but at least he didn't tap out. And then after the match, Rusev attacked Coulter. But all in all, though, a good mid-card match here. Like I said, lots of submissions attempted. Jack Swagger applied the ankle lock a couple of times, and it looked like as if Jack Swagger was going to win. And then when Rusev put him in the first accolade, Jack Swagger was able to get out, but then in the second one, like I said, he passed out and lost. But either way, both men looked good in this match. Like, Rusev won, so he looked strong in SummerSlam, but Jack Swagger also was looking good because Jack Swagger also looked strong because he did not tap out. So, yeah, so he did not tap out, he decided to pass out instead, so it makes him look like a strong person, so hopefully we'll see these two fight again at Night of Champions, possibly. Then we had Seth Rollins versus Dean Ambrose, and this was a lumberjack match. And this match was fucking crazy. It was a back-and-forth match, and both Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins were brawling with the lumberjacks, and then there was a couple of times when Dean Ambrose flew between the ropes, and did like a high-flying move to a crowd of lumberjacks and crashed into them. And then he did like a suplex to Rollins into the lumberjack crowd, which was pretty cool to see. And then Seth Rollins tried to escape from Dean Ambrose by going into the crowd, but Dean Ambrose caught up with him, and they brawled in the crowd. And then the lumberjacks returned them to the ring, and then Dean Ambrose used Seth Rollins' curb stomp. I'm sorry, guys. Dean Ambrose used Seth Rollins' finishing move, the curb stomp, and was about to win when Kane interfered. And when Kane got involved, then all the lumberjacks started to brawl in the ring. And then when the ring got cleared of the lumberjacks, then Seth Rollins hit Dean Ambrose with the Money in the Bank briefcase when Dean Ambrose was looking away, and then Seth Rollins won. It was an awesome, chaotic lumberjack match. Probably like the best lumberjack match I've seen in a long time. And I hope that these two fight again at Night of Champions, possibly in either a steel cage or a Hell in a Cell match. I don't really see on why they would fight in a ladder match unless the briefcase was on the line, or unless the Money in the Bank briefcase was on the line. But either way, guys, awesome chaotic match, like I said, and yeah. And then we had Bray Wyatt versus Chris Jericho. Bray Wyatt won. It was an okay match, but it was smart to have Bray Wyatt win in this match and go over Chris Jericho. So, good booking here. I'm glad that Chris Jericho put over Bray Wyatt because Bray Wyatt needed to look strong and needed to get a big push, and he got one from Chris Jericho. So hopefully now Bray Wyatt can go into another feud and look even stronger. Or I don't know what they're going to do with Bray Wyatt next, but it'll be interesting to see. But hats off to the two of them for putting on a decent match, and for Chris Jericho putting over Bray Wyatt. And then we had Brie Bella versus Stephanie McMahon, and this was also an okay Divas match. Stephanie was destroying Brie Bella for most of the match. I mean, she was opening a can of whoop-ass on Brie Bella. I mean, I was pretty surprised because Stephanie McMahon has not wrestled in years, and when she came back tonight and wrestled, she put on a pretty good show, and she looked strong. So, yeah, definitely not any ring rust. So like I said, she was beating Brie Bella for most of the match until Brie was making a small comeback, and then Triple H comes down to distract Brie, and then Nikki Bella also comes down as well to look like she's going to stop Triple H. Brie Bella kicks Triple H off the ringside rope because Triple H had pulled the referee from the ring and knocked out the referee, and then when he got on the ringside rope, then Brie Bella kicked Triple H down off the rope. And then it looked like Brie and Nikki Bella were about to beat down Stephanie McMahon when Nikki Bella pushed Stephanie McMahon aside and then did either a forearm or a clothesline to Brie Bella, knocked her down, and then Stephanie hits a well-executed pedigree on Brie Bella and wins the match. And it was an okay match. It had a good crowd reaction for it. It was a good crowd reaction for a Divas match. Probably like the best crowd reaction for a Divas match I've heard in a long time. And I kind of wondered if Nikki Bella would turn heel. I kind of figured she probably would turn heel, and that's exactly what happened. But that's okay. I mean, it sort of makes sense for Nikki Bella to turn on her sister. And like I said, Stephanie still got it. She has no ring rust. So hopefully Brie Bella and Stephanie McMahon wrestle again at Night of Champions. But if that does not happen, then we'll probably see Brie Bella versus Nikki Bella, which may not be quite as exciting. And then we had Randy Orton versus Roman Reigns. This was a pretty slow and bland match. It picked up a little bit at the end. Like there was one point when Roman Reigns was about to do his signature spear, but then Randy Orton countered with like a scoop slam, and then he also did some kind of RKO on Roman Reigns, and looked like as if Randy Orton was about to win when Roman Reigns does his usual Superman punch, and then he spears Randy Orton after dodging a punt that Randy Orton was going to give him. He dodged a punt and then gave Randy Orton a spear. So Roman Reigns won, but it really was not really that great of a match. I mean, it was okay, but it was just very slow, bland, and kind of boring. So I did not really care for this match too much. And just to let you guys know, SummerSlam will be in New York/New Jersey for 2015. So after years of staying in Los Angeles, we are seeing SummerSlam move to New York, New Jersey for a year for 2015. So it'll be interesting to see it away from Los Angeles for a year. Not that Los Angeles hasn't been good or anything. Los Angeles has been a pretty good summer destination for it. But it'll just be interesting to see it somewhere new, like in New York, New Jersey. Maybe it'll probably either be at the MetLife Stadium, but I don't know about that, because I mean that holds like 80,000 people, and I don't know if they're going to be able to do that for SummerSlam. Or maybe it'll be at Madison Square Garden or the Barclays Center. I don't know. We'll find out, but either way, SummerSlam is moving away from Los Angeles. And then for the main event, we had Brock Lesnar versus John Cena, the so-called fight of the summer. And Brock Lesnar destroyed John Cena in this match, giving John Cena countless German suplexes. Like I heard the announcers say at the end of this match, that Brock Lesnar gave John Cena 16 German suplexes. He probably could have pinned John Cena after the 10th German suplex and won the match, but he just wanted to keep on destroying John Cena, make an example of John Cena. John Cena tried to make a comeback twice. Once he gave Brock Lesnar an attitude adjustment, which actually scared me. I thought that John Cena was going to win after that attitude adjustment, and I would have been really pissed off if he did. But luckily, Brock Lesnar kicked out, and then later on, John Cena tried an STF submission hold to Brock Lesnar, but Brock Lesnar did not tap out. He escaped the STF, and then gave John Cena an F5, a second F5. The first F5 was right at the start of the match, like 10, 15 seconds into the match. Brock Lesnar gives John Cena an F5, and I was like, alright, is this already it? Is the match over? I mean, I would have been kind of surprised if it was over that quickly, but John Cena kicked out of the first F5. But when Brock Lesnar gave him the second F5, Brock Lesnar won. He became the new WWE World Heavyweight Champion. It was kind of a lame match, because it was pretty slow, and all he did was like German suplexes and punches and beated John Cena down. But in a way, though, it was kind of cool. I mean, to be honest, guys, I don't really care that this was like a 5-star match, to be honest. Because, to me, it was just shocking. And, I mean, it was just shocking to see John Cena get beaten so badly. I mean, he got his ass kicked really bad by Brock Lesnar. I mean, like, John Cena did, like I said, 2 moves of offense. He did the STF and the attitude adjustment. That's it. That was all he did for the entire match. There was none of his clotheslines, his you can't see me's, none of that shit. Like, Brock Lesnar destroyed him throughout the whole entire match. And it was nice to see Brock Lesnar win and become the new WWE World Heavyweight Champion. Let's see here. And for another thing, it would have made The Undertaker's undefeated streak weak, because after Brock Lesnar beat The Undertaker's undefeated streak, if John Cena won, it would make Undertaker's streak look pointless. So, to me, it would have been bad. It would have made The Undertaker's streak look weak and pointless if Brock Lesnar did not win against John Cena tonight. So it made sense for Brock Lesnar to win and become the new champion. And for one fan, another fan is that Paul Heyman was talking up Brock Lesnar so much that if Brock Lesnar lost, it would have made him look really weak. So Brock Lesnar had to win. Let's see here. So Lesnar is the new WWE World Heavyweight Champion, and to me, it makes you wonder why John Cena even won at Extreme Rules 2012. Why in the world did John Cena even win at 2012? He got beaten down so badly in this match. He should have lost at Extreme Rules 2012. But I'm glad that this time WWE booked it correctly and Brock Lesnar is the new champion. So, all in all, I really enjoyed SummerSlam this year. Every title changed hands tonight, which doesn't always happen. And not every match was predictable, which is kind of nice. I kind of like it when matches are not predictable. And I enjoyed most of the matches tonight. And Brock Lesnar destroyed John Cena and is the new champion, so I also like that. So all in all, guys, I enjoyed SummerSlam this year. I gave it an 8 out of 10 stars. And I'm going to go now, guys, because I don't want to make another try of this video. Like, I tried to record a video of this earlier, but I went over 15 minutes, and I can't go over 15 minutes. So I don't want to do it again. But, so let me know what you guys think of SummerSlam this year. Did you like it? Are you fine with Brock Lesnar being the new champion? Let me know, and I hope you guys enjoyed my review.